Hey everybody, Jamie Starr here for the New World News Network. Right now I want to get into this article I saw yesterday. Mariah Carey's sister accuses their mother of alleged sexual abuse at satanic worship meetings. Allison Carey says abuse took place during the middle of the night satanic worship meetings that include ritual sacrifice. So I know I've said in previous videos and stuff, I'm really trying to withdraw from the personal stories, the gossipy kind of stories, but this one hits kind of close to home. So I'm going to tie it into a few other things and show why this is of particular interest to me. So let's get into this here. Let's see if I can make this bigger for you guys at home. Mariah Carey's sister has accused their mother of letting strangers sexually abuse her when she was a child and involving her in satanic rituals, according to a court filing. Allison Carey made the accusations against her mother, Patricia Carey, 83, in a summons filed in New York Supreme Court in February. The court documents 57-year-old claims her mother allowed men to engage in sexual acts with her when she was 10 years old and made her witness people engaged in sexual acts with adults and children. According to the suit, the sexual abuse occurred during middle-of-the-night satanic worship meetings that included ritual sacrifice. As a result of the above, plaintiffs has been diagnosed with post-traumatic stress disorder, anxiety, and major depression, leading her to misuse both legal and illegal drugs in an attempt to suppress the horrific memories and undergo extensive professional counseling. The summons reads according to the outlets. Allison now demands compensatory money damages for immense psychological and physical damage, mental pain and anguish, and intentional infliction of severe emotional distress. The documents filed in Ulster County, New York, read. So, just so you know, here's a map of the Hudson Valley right here. Here's a close-up one. Here's the little city I live in, which in the grand scheme of this map is probably the size of that dot. I mean, it's the city itself. You come across this bridge and you drive for 2 miles and then you are in the town of Poughkeepsie. So I live right here. Where this is going on? Right on the other side of the river. Now, this all says that this happened a little while ago, you know, when she was a kid, but I'm going to bring up some other things in a second, so. Allison, who was arrested for prostitution in 2016, is representing herself in the case, according to page 6, with the outlet reporting her mother, a former opera singer, has not responded to the summons. In 2018, Allison, who is reportedly estranged from her famous younger sister, claims in an interview that with the Sun, that a family member used to take her to the rituals in the early hours of the morning. The ceremonies or rituals were always between 2 a.m. and 4 a.m., and they weren't every week as far as I can remember, just certain dates, she said, adding everyone would wear long black robes and hoods. Now, interesting thing is 3 a.m. is always known as the magic hour. Eminem has a song called 3 a.m. 3 a.m. is supposed to be the hour in which, you know, supernatural, heightened spirits, so on and so forth. Look into it for yourself. These are not my beliefs. I'm just telling you. This is what is the, you know, thoughts of these people. So anyway, so I see this yesterday in Sargon of Akkad sends it out on Parler saying, you know, the evidence for Alex Jones's claims of all this stuff is starting to mount up. Oh man, try not to die. So then I remembered. Let's see, where's our first article? So here this is, Satan in 2020, Part 2, Black Magic. But wait, you said it's 2020. Isn't the Church of Satan an inactive organization? In 2020, this confusion is understandable as society grows to assume that just because they aren't media whores, they might be inactive. This, however, is not true. The central office moved to the Hudson Valley. Oh, well that's what this map is. National River Valley, Hudson River Valley National Heritage Area, Upper Hudson Valley, Middle Hudson Valley, Lower Hudson Valley. So Mariah Carey's sister claims there are these rituals taking place in the area that they have made their headquarters. Oh, but is it just the Hudson Valley, you may ask? So then we go to WRV, which is our local rock station around here. And it says here that the church began in 2001. The church began its long journey to the Hudson Valley. Gilmore states these are not theistic Satanists who believe Satan to be a supernatural being. Instead, he calls them skeptical atheists. They do hold rituals in conjunction to their religion. Isn't that a little mind fuck right there? Oh, we're not theistic Satans, we're skeptical atheists. But they hold rituals in regards to their religion. I didn't know there were skeptical atheistic rituals. So, you might have to enlighten me on that one. So, writer Alex Marr had an opportunity to visit Poughkeepsie's Black House and got a good look at the church from the inside. If you'd look like more, read the article here. I've covered this in past videos. So, here it says, I reached out to the Church of Satan. To my surprise, I discovered Satan's Vatican moved out of San Francisco nearly 20 years ago. They relocated the church first to Hell's Kitchen, New York, and then more recently to their dream house in Poughkeepsie. The bland New York college town has become the heart of global Satanism. Gilmore and I corresponded a few weeks before he found myself invited for afternoon tea. So, let's see. On the train ride from Penn Station, we passed houses in colonial revival and federal style. Now and then, old stations packed with stalled freight cars nearing Poughkeepsie. The buildings turned Victorian. This was a spot back in 1788 where Alexander Hamilton and co. ratified the Constitution. We're not far from the former weekend homes of the Astors and the Vanderbilts. It's a setting that invokes a totally different incarnation of the Dark One than West Coast, Altamont era dark psychedelia. So, and then there's just here this, whole bit about him meeting them and their home and Sigil of Baphomet and all this other stuff. And I mean, I've been invited to this place and to hang out with some of these people and everything else, and I never really, find a reason for it. It's not my cup of tea. I think we all have our vices, but deviancy for the sake of is kind of below me. So that's just my take on all of that. But I did feel the need to do this video because when I saw this, it's very easy to see something like this and just sort of dismiss it as, oh, well, she's just looking for attention, and she's just looking for money, and, this and that, and the next thing. But when you see the bigger picture of, well, she's claiming it was satanic worship meetings in this area that the Church of Satan chose to relocate to, you would assume when you're looking to relocate an organization like that, you're going to go where your numbers are high. Like, you're not going to hold a meeting with no one there. So, I think this is just the tip of the iceberg, and so that's why I wanted to present this with a lot of that other context and everything. I do have to start getting ready for work, though, so I don't know if I'm going to get to my other videos today. I will definitely try, and everyone make sure you subscribe to the channel, check the bell for notifications, follow me on social media, Jamie Star Music. Websites and links are below, and have a good one, everyone.